We have some more videos of your house being attacked by settlers, but before we show those, can you just set up for people what it is that these settlers want from you?
The settlers, they want all Palestinians who are living in H2 to be displaced. They want it as a kind of a free Arab zone. This started in 1994. Baruch Goldstein broke into the Ibrahimi Mosque. He killed 29 Palestinians and hundreds were injured. And the result of that massacre, that they divided the mosque for two parts. They confiscated all the external yards of the mosque. I didn't go to my school that year for 3 months as a Palestinian. So we were the victims of that massacre, and we were punished. Baruch Goldstein was an American Israeli Jewish doctor, retired from the Israeli army. And after that massacre, the Israeli occupation closed the main streets, the main shops, and the main neighborhoods, and then was reopened after 1997, which was the Hebron redeployment agreement, which was part of the two-state solution, which Israel didn't respect. Then, after the beginning of the Second Intifada, the Israeli occupation closed the majority of the streets, and now we have around 1,800 shops closed because of the closure policy. We are talking about 77% of the shopping area, and the main street called Shuhada Street in Hebron, it used to be as Times Square here in New York. It's completely closed. I'm not allowed to walk in my own street. We have around 1,000 Palestinian apartments became empty, which is 43% of the housing units in the restricted part of H2. They changed the names of the streets, the name of the neighborhoods in my lifetime, from Palestinian Arabic names to an Israeli Hebrew names. We have around 22 checkpoints in less than 1 square kilometer, more than 100 movement barriers. So in Hebron now, they don't come and physically evict you from your house, but they have a policy and a strategy of making it impossible for you to stay and remain in your house. You don't feel safe. There is no services, no plumber, no electrician, no ambulance, and there is no social life. You are completely disconnected and isolated from other Palestinian neighborhood. All of that is happening to displace the Palestinians and evict them from their houses and from their neighborhood. I'm trying with other Palestinian youth and other Palestinian women and men and families to oppose that policies of displacement and shutting off Palestinian voices. So we do direct actions, we do nonviolence protests, rallies, sit-ins. I do a lot of media. We do a lot of documentation for the Israeli human rights violations. We try to expose the Israeli apartheid policy in the city and the segregation and separation. We do a lot of tours. All the audience are invited to come and visit the city and see the reality of the Israeli occupation and apartheid, and see how Israel is not defending itself and how Israel is not a democracy, and see the reality on the ground. We do a lot of legal work, and we do a lot of community activism, and a lot of empowerment for youth, for women, for the Palestinian community. We want to really stand firm, strong against Israeli occupation and apartheid using nonviolent resistance. This is mainly what I do, and this is what is the situation on the ground in Hebron.